Hi, this is Kenny and Angie from Abundant Acres Homestead, and today we're announcing our Christmas cooking collaboration.
We thought it'd be fun to invite our YouTube family to a Christmas dinner. And like our families, when our families would get together, his family would bring certain things and my family would bring certain things. Like, you knew I was going to ask your sister to bring what?
Cake bowls.
But the difference is we knew our families better, so I knew exactly what to ask them to bring. Our YouTube family, we thought it would be fun to do a Christmas dinner and ask them to bring their favorite dishes, whether it's their favorite dishes to eat, or maybe it's their favorite dishes to make, or maybe it's just a secret family recipe that they finally want to share with everybody.
So we're going to ask 12 channels to participate in our Christmas cooking collaboration.
So we come up with 12 channels because 12 days of Christmas. And we figured it was going to be like his family and her family together. So the only way we could figure out how to do that is to do an actual like his and hers. So what we did is we split it up in guys and girls. And so he's basically asking his family, which would be the guys, to bring their dishes, and I'm going to be asking the girls to bring their dishes.
So let's get to naming our channels.
All right. So we did, remember, 6 for him, 6 for me. So he's starting with the guys.
Okay, for my first pick, I went with John at Will It Grow. And the reason being, I want to see his signature dish that he brings to Christmas dinner.
No, he picked John because he wanted to keep the bromance going strong. So we all know it. But being he picked a Shed Wars Warrior, I wanted to keep it as even as we could. And I went with a Shed Wars Warrior, and I went with Jan over at Simply Jan Homestead.
For my second pick, I went with Jan Coates down in South Africa. Not only can the man cook on the grill, but he builds his own grill. So I want to see what Jan brings to the table.
And obviously this has to do with cooking, so clearly I'm going to pick Sherry over at Southern Roots.
For my third pick, I picked Bull at Bull's Garden. And the reason why is I would just like to see what him and Uncle Pappy come up with for Christmas dinner.
Okay, so my next pick was Lisa over at Yogi Holler Farm. And in all honesty, I kind of picked her just to be picking on her a little bit because I know she doesn't really care to be cooking. But I've actually seen some of her videos on cooking, and she actually has some pretty decent recipes. So even though she doesn't like cooking, I'm inviting her to the Christmas collaboration dinner anyway.
My fourth pick is Growing Little Country Homestead at Sang. I don't remember what it was, but I remember his wife saying that he made something that was really good, and I want to see what that comes out like.
Okay, so being that he picked Sang, who already has like a signature dish, we just don't know what it is, or he couldn't remember what it was. I wanted to go ahead and pick somebody that I knew already had a signature dish. Her co-workers always wanted her to bring this dish, but I can't remember what the dish was. So, and I'm not saying that you have to bring that, Gail. I'm just saying that I know you have a signature dish, probably more than one. But yeah, I want to invite Gail at Gail Southern Living.
My fifth pick is Chris from Back to Our Roots Homestead. And they don't just grow a lot of food, they grow a lot of variety of food. And growing that much food, you know that he brings something good to Christmas dinner.
Okay, and I understand why he picked Back to Our Roots Homestead, because those people can grow. So again, to try to even things up, I went with some massive growers, and I know they can cook. They can pretty much do everything, but I went with the Vineyard Chicks, and plus that means we could possibly get 3 dishes. And if we throw Mama Machello in there and Papa, I mean, you know, that could potentially be 5 dishes. So yes, I am going with the whole entire family if they want to at Vineyard Chicks.
My next pick is Chris over at Cosmic Cultivators. Obviously, I'm going to pick the chef.
And last but not least, I went with Monica over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. I have such a hard time saying your guys' channel name. Okay, if we didn't mention your channel, it doesn't mean that you're not invited. Obviously, everybody's invited, especially all of our YouTube family and friends. So if you have a signature dish or a secret recipe, bring it to the table.
Those are the 12 channels that we invited. We'd like to open it up for those 12 channels to invite their YouTube channels.
And we'll just have a great big old Christmas dinner.
That's right. That sounds great. This is Kenny and Angie from Abundant Acres Homestead. We hope to see you at the Christmas Cooking Collaboration.
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Come ye, come.